2 strikes. Arredondo is a switch hitter. On the air, she's got 3 homers, 2 of them coming left-handed. We're awaiting the 102nd pitch of the game from Lisa Ferguson. 2-2. Strike 3, and how about that for a strong 7th inning for Lisa Ferguson and the Baylor Lady Bears. Roth, Bannister, and Arredondo all strikeout victims. We'll have extra softball coming your way. The 8th is next.
You want AT&T?
No, Sprint.
The smartphones are at the starting gate. And away they go. It's Sprint Mobile Broadband against AT&T's Edge. They're digging for an email attachment. Sprint is starting to pull clear. 2 times faster. 3 times faster. Crossing the finish line at Sprint 5 times faster.
Sir, your table is ready.
Oh, thank you.
Businesses get the new Palm Trio 755p for $279.99. Visit sprint.com/business.
No, we only give loans to big business.
Good afternoon. My business plan is fantastic.
What's that?
And as you can see, our
those small business owners.
Research indicates this trend will continue well into next year. Now, if you turn your attention to my 10-year forecast.
Does your bank think small about your small business? Call Capital One instead for no-hassle business loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. Check your mailbox.
Hello, Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
We have had a phenomenal pitcher's duel this evening. Our 4th first-round game. Taryne Mowatt of Arizona and Lisa Ferguson of Baylor have been on their game and then some. And because of their superlative performances, we've got a bonus for you. 7 innings, not enough. We're going to play inning number 8 here at the Women's College World Series. The defending national champion Arizona Wildcats and the upstarts from Waco, the Baylor Lady Bears, playing in their first ever Women's College World Series game. It is a 1-1 tie. Baylor just 2 knocks on the day, but they score an unearned run on a passed ball in the 5th inning. Lisa Ferguson matching Taryne Mowatt pitch for pitch. She gave up 1 run in the bottom of the 4th inning on a ground ball out off the bat of Lainey Roth. So to the 8th we go with Michelle Smith and Holly Rowe. I'm Eric Collins. Already today we've seen Washington, Northwestern, and Tennessee victorious. And these 2 teams trying to continue on in the winner's bracket and stay out of the dreaded loser's bracket. Coming up after our game, we will send you to SportsCenter for a wrap-up of this entire day of the Women's College World Series. All that and much, much more. Foul ball, right side. That'll make it into the stands. Brett Reagan has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. All right, we're in extra frames here. Who's got the advantage, Baylor or Arizona?
I think right now Arizona, they've got a couple more hits on the board. I think that Mowatt is throwing that changeup extremely well right now, and I don't see Baylor making adjustments. If I'm a Baylor Bear, man, I'm going up to bat thinking I'm sitting on that changeup. I'm going to wait for her to throw me one and try and do something with it, but I don't see Baylor making that adjustment right now.
Ball and 2 strikes. Reagan reached on a walk back in the 3rd inning. 0 for 2. Baylor with 2 hits. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Lady Bears top stepping it right now. Ooh, inside, almost nicked her.
And again, I think this situation, it's important. We've talked about how it's imperative that leadoff hitters of the inning find a way to get on base. If you're Reagan in that situation, lean into the ball just a little bit. Try and find a way on.
Bugs Bunny changeup right there. That ball That was about 10 feet away from the plate when Reagan was swinging. And she is strikeout victim number 11 on the day. Already, Washington a winner over DePaul. Northwestern holding off the Arizona State Sun Devils. And earlier this evening in our night session, the Tennessee Lady Vols, riding the electric left arm of Monica Abbott, they no-hit the Aggies of Texas A&M. So Washington, Northwestern, and Tennessee remain in the winner's bracket. 7 Eastern time, we will have our first game of the day coming your way, and it will be just a fantastic story coming out of Evanston, Illinois. The Northwestern Wildcats, 2-seed overall in this tourney, taking on Danielle Laurie and the Washington Huskies. All Laurie did today was throw a no-hitter against DePaul. So she's already defeated one Chicagoland team. Now she's going to go after the other one in Northwestern.
Should be a great matchup. You talk about all the great pitchers at College World Series. Take a good look at Mowatt, who's just been phenomenal on the mound for Arizona.
Fox stays down on it, throws across the diamond, and Lake is retired. In case you missed any of the action here in Oklahoma City, it was the Danielle Laurie show in Game 1. She fired a no-hitter against DePaul. DePaul was able to scratch across a run, but no hits. And in Game 2, Northwestern almost got a no-hitter, but Arizona State able to scratch out one singleton. The Sun Devils still 2-0 losers.
And Eric, you have to ask the question right now, why is Baylor so out in front of Mowatt's changeup? And all I can think right now is that Coach Glenn Moore has to be, really wondering the same thing and saying, boy, my kids are they're too aggressive. They need to trust their hands. They need to stay back on the changeup and trust that Mowatt's not going to blow the ball past them. She is throwing the ball in the mid-60s, which is decent speed. It's not overpowering. But it's that changeup that's making that pitch look so much quicker. They need to stay back, trust their hands, and work on driving the ball opposite way.
Count is now a ball and 2 strikes on Courtney Oberg, freshman from College Station. There's a foul tip in and out of the catcher's glove. Balco couldn't hold on.
Balco's had a busy night behind the dish, just scooping up all sorts of pitches. Really done an outstanding job from Mowatt tonight.
Down is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, one thing Baylor has done is they have made Taryne Mowatt work. She has thrown a whole heck of a lot of pitches, and she's basically the only option for Arizona. She's thrown 140 pitches, and that's quite possibly going to take a toll as this tournament rolls on.
Well, absolutely. If you're a Tennessee fan right now, you are hoping this game goes a couple more innings and that Mowatt gets a couple more pitches on that shoulder. And basically the same thing with Ferguson as well. But Mowatt is, it's no secret to anyone that if Arizona's playing, then Mowatt's going to be in the circle.
Yeah, Lady Vols, talk about a scouting report. They've seen 141 pitches worth of Taryne Mowatt today, up close and personal. Make it 142, and I'm going to see yet another one right here as the count goes full, 3-2 against Courtney Oberg. Swing and a miss, and finally, Mowatt able to retire Oberg. That's strikeout number 12. For the right-hander from Corona, California. When we come back, Caitlin Lowe will grab a bat. It'll be Acton, Lowe, and Mesa to hit for the Wildcats.
These cars are completely unremarkable. They don't have booster rockets. They won't take a hairpin at 400 miles an hour. They're not indestructible. Nothing remarkable in that. They're no different than any real car, which is what makes them so remarkable.
Rated E for everyone.
Oh, just remembered our last car payment is due. You know when I make this payment, something's gonna go wrong with the car.
Ah, don't be silly.
There, it's done.
City Mobile. Citibank puts banking in the palm of your hand. Come to Citi and let's get it done.
Opportunity for the defending national champs to steal one here. They've got 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 8th inning. If Arizona can get a scratch, they will go home with smiles on their faces and continue in the winner's bracket and get a chance to play Karen Weekly's Tennessee Lady Vols team. Earlier tonight, Lady Vols picking up a W over Texas A&M.
Well, the Vols had an outstanding game, really all the way around. I mean, Monica Abbott was just lights out in the circle, but they put the ball in play. They got the runs when they needed to, and you know, they're going to be one of the teams to beat in this tournament. They were ranked #1 throughout the year for quite a while. They're a very confident ball club right now.
And that Tennessee Lady Vols team, a little bit salty. The majority of the year, they were ranked #1 in the country, and when tourney time came around, they were seeded 5th. And this Arizona Wildcats team was seeded #1. There's a reason why Arizona was #1. They had the highest RPI, and they also had the toughest strength of schedule. But the Tennessee Lady Vols thought they really had an opportunity to be at least higher than a 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, you know, Tennessee, they were excited when they got their bid, obviously, but at the same point, when they heard they were the #5 seed, they had a little bit of a tilt to their head. And, you know, I mean, Arizona not taking anything away from them, but there was a little bit of question.
Pop up on the infield, and Adrian Acton is retired out #1. Well, immediately following our game, don't go anywhere. We will have Sports Center coming your way. We'll have highlights of all 4 of these first-round games here in Oklahoma City. And it's coming your way next right here on ESPN. First things first, Lisa Ferguson. She's got a game to complete. All-American Caitlin Lowe grabs it back. Lowe takes outside, a little bit low, ball 1. Lowe has had 2 strikeouts sandwiched around a 3rd inning double. Remember, she's playing with that broken nose, ran into the right center field wall out in Tucson during the Super Regional. That ball is hit well, and who's going to win the race to the bag? It's Caitlin Lowe. Once again, that funky defense, the first baseman, Monceau, close to the circle. She fielded it well, but no chance to beat the speedy Lowe out of the line.
Yeah, Monceau is, you can read her lips. She's saying, I got her, and you can see that it was a very, very close play. At first, take away. Lowe just turns on this ball. Monceau gets it, dives at her. Boy, it's a tight, tight play. Ooh.
I don't know if she ever got it.
Yeah, that is a tough call. But, you know, in that situation, you have to wonder where Collier was. That's exactly where she's supposed to be at first. Monceau should have been able to pick that ball up and toss it over to her second baseman, who should have been covering first base. I think they were out of position just a little bit on that play. I mean, the whole reason that you put Monceau in the position she was, and she could pick up that ball, turn around, and flip the ball over to Collier, who should be at first base. So I think that Baylor was out of position on that play.
Caitlin Lowe not running on the first pitch. It's a strike to Chelsea Mesa. Golden opportunity for Mike Candrea's team. Speed Merchant Lowe on at first. Mesa handles the bat very well. There goes Lowe, foul ball, and before the pitch, they're going to call Caitlin Lowe out for leaving the base too early. Oh, a massive break for the Baylor Lady Bears.
That is a huge break for Baylor, and you talk about Caitlin Lowe's speed. She has stolen 49 of 50 bases. She's been called out more for leaving early, and you can see she did leave early there. She's called out more for leaving early than she has actually been thrown out. The rule states that you are not allowed to leave the bag until the pitcher releases the ball. And you can see clearly on that replay that Caitlin was a little bit early off the bag.
So a bit of a boner for the 4-time All-Pac-10 performer, leaving the base too early, and she is all kinds of upset. Golden opportunity slips through the fingertips of the Cats.
Yeah, that's a tough call for an umpire when it's very, very close, but looking at that in slow-mo, you could see that she was off a good step and a half early. And it's important for umpires to make that call because the catchers need to have a chance to catch these speedy runners. Otherwise, if they can leave early, they're never going to have that opportunity to try and throw them out. When it's a little bit tighter than that, it's very much a judgment call. But I think in that situation, Caitlin was off just a little bit too early.
Mesa stays alive, fouls it away, first base side. Oh, what a huge turn of events. With Lowe on at first base, it's the Lady Bears on the ropes. But an unforced error sends Lowe back to the dugout. Ferguson's 2-2. Many of the calls tonight have gone the way of Mike Candrea's team. High pop-up. Coming in, making the catch. The left fielder, Wesley, side retired. The 8th inning comes to a close. To the 9th we go. The Lady Bears will go to the bat rack when we come back.
These cars are completely unremarkable. They don't have booster rockets. They won't take a hairpin at 400 miles an hour. They're not indestructible. Nothing remarkable in that. They're no different than any real car, which is what makes them so remarkable.
Rated E for everyone.
From a guy's perspective, it's very difficult to kind of verbalize some things.
It's very difficult to sit down and describe yourself in, 3 to 4 sentences.
Dating sites give you a picture and a paragraph. At eHarmony, we do the matching for you based on 29 proven dimensions of compatibility.
You tell them about you, and that's all you have to do.
Get matched with other singles pre-screened for compatibility with you.
If you're honest with yourself and you're honest with the process, then you're going to find the person you're supposed to find.
eHarmony.com. Log on today.
Top of the 9th inning. The Baylor Lady Bears staying in this one with the defending national champion Arizona Wildcats. It's a 1-1 score. And let's go down to Holly. Holly, what's the state of the Wildcats right now?
I think frustration would sum it up for the Wildcat dugout right now. Obviously, a call by an official is what allowed this game to be tied up. A controversial call where there was either a pass ball or a foul. Callista Balco thought that allowed a run to score. Now that call, they are so frustrated now. Kristi Fox was kicking the back of the net here. The coaching staff is complaining. Finally, Mike Candrea kind of got the sense that everybody was too worried about complaining and showing their frustration instead of really keeping their eye on the prize, which is this extra inning game tied at 1-1. He just started finally yelling at his kids, hey, let's quit. Worry about playing defense. That's it. Let's play defense. Trying to get their eye back on the prize here.
Thank you, Holly. Well, maybe easier said than done. Shoot yourself in the foot a couple of times. It's hard to keep refocused.
Exactly, but the way you win a national championship is by getting the job done at present. And when you start focusing too much on things that have not gone your way, you have missed opportunities in the here and the now. And I think that that's one of the things that Arizona just needs to stay refocused and decide that, you know what, we can win this game. We just got to do our job in the circle, defensively, and then in the box.
The moment this game comes to a close, we will send you to SportsCenter. Recap of all the day's activities. Barn burner in Detroit in the NBA playoffs. And, of course, recap of all the day's action here in Oklahoma City. Brittany Turner is going to bat to lead things off here in the 9th inning for the Lady Bears of Baylor. .417 batting average for Turner. Fouls that one back to the screen and may have knocked over one of our microphones. Wasn't very nice. Turner hitting in place of Tiffany Wesley. Wesley still can remain in the game should the Baylor Lady Bears so choose. Pitch misses just downstairs. A ball and 2 strikes. Taryne Mowatt continues in the circle for Arizona. Already 12 strikeouts through 8 innings. pitch up by her eyeballs, and Turner, a strikeout victim number 13. So the strikeouts continue to pile up for Taryne Mowatt, but the pitches also continue to mount for Mowatt. He's now getting close to 150, 160 pitches. This is still nowhere near her tops on the season. Earlier this year, in a 12-inning game against Stanford, Mowatt pitched 207 pitches. Yowza.
Yowzers. That's a long day in the circle.
That was pitch 150 right there for Mowatt. You remember how many pitches you kind of topped out in your career? Did you ever get anywhere close to 200?
No, I chart my pitches in practice, and typically my games, I do chart them, I do pay attention, and I like to have my pitch count in the mid-80s. If I get over 100, I'm not real happy with myself. So I'm looking for anywhere between 85 and 105, 110. If I start getting over 110, then I know that I'm doing something wrong.
Kelsey Sage down to the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Count is even 2-2. Alongside two-time Olympic gold medalist Michelle Smith, and with Holly Rowe, I'm Eric Collins. Smitty, you played in this Women's College World Series back in 1989.
That's right.
With the Cowgirls of Oklahoma State. There's another strikeout for Mowatt. She's been mowing him down. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts and 14 on the night. So 2 down now in the top of the 9th inning, and Mowatt 1 out away from giving her team another opportunity to score a run and go back to the hotel with smiles on their faces. Alex Collier down in the count, 0-1. Ball back to the screen. Smitty, these two teams have shown that they're evenly matched.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the circle, they've both had great pitching performances. They've made some great defensive plays. I think that right now, Arizona's swinging the bat a little bit better. I think that Baylor has yet to make adjustments against Mowatt's changeup. And, you know, as long as that keeps happening for Baylor, they're going to struggle with trying to hit Mowatt's changeup. But absolutely, this doesn't look like an 8 seed and a number 1 seed. It looks like 2 number 1 seeds playing ball right now.
Earlier this year down in Waco, Baylor hosted Arizona for a 3-game series. Baylor won the series 2-1, but Glenmore's team only scored 1 more run than Arizona in those 3 games. So they proved during the regular year they're very similar, and now here in the postseason, they're very similar as well. Both teams with 1 run apiece will head now to the bottom of the 9th inning. A chance for the Arizona Wildcats to win it and go back to their hotel room with smiles on their faces. Taryne Mowatt strikes out the side. She's now got 15 strikeouts on the night.
Oh, just remembered our last car payment is due. You know when I make this payment, something's gonna go wrong with the car.
Ah, don't be silly.
There, it's done.
Now, with Citi Mobile, Citibank puts banking in the palm of your hand. Come to Citi and let's get it done.
He knows who he is and he rolls with the punches. I love how thoughtful and compassionate he is.
She understands my sense of humor. We're looking forward to the same things.
When you're matched on 29 dimensions of compatibility, you find so many qualities in your partner to love and appreciate.
He just cracks me up.
We have a lot of fun with each other.
And it's fascinating to just talk to her about what she does.
He accepts me.
Discover a deeper level of connection. Log on to eharmony.com today.
Where else would you rather spend a late night here in Oklahoma City than the ballpark? Here at Hall of Fame Stadium, and the Arizona Wildcats deadlocked with the Baylor Lady Bears, 1 apiece. Arizona, should they a run here in the 9th inning, they would continue on in the winner's bracket and take on the Tennessee Lady Vols tomorrow night. All right, Michelle, look into that crystal ball of yours, and what do you see happening here? We got 3, 4, and 5 hitting for Arizona. Kristi Fox, Janae Liles, and Callista Balco. Well, good opportunity for the Wildcats.
Absolutely good opportunity. Wind's blowing out in center. Kristi Fox has already hit a nice double. Ferguson's, you know, she's postseason Fergie. She's been tough, but if any part of the Arizona lineup is going to do it, it's going to happen here. And I think the other thing, Eric, is that time is of essence for this Arizona offense. I think that the more they have to rely on Mowatt's arm, the harder it's going to be.
That ball's hit well down the left field line. It is gone. A home run for Kristi Fox. Touch them all. And the senior from San Diego ends it with a walk-off. Perfect day for Kristi Fox. A single, a double, and now a game-winning tater.
Kristi Fox not only did it offensively, but defensively. She kept her team in this game by making that outstanding play at shortstop. A diving catch that would have scored the winning run for Baylor. Kristi Fox just showing that senior leadership all the way around.
So a tough loss for the Baylor Lady Bears, their first ever Women's College World Series game, and they lose it in 9 innings. Here is our Pontiac game-changing performance.
And check it out, is an outside pitch that Kristi Fox just gets around. Look at the way she just drives her, keeps her hands short, drives all the way around and just gets that ball out to left field. Flag blowing straight out. Nice wind here blowing out of the park. You can see this Arizona team knows that ball is gone.
And Lisa Ferguson, she knew it was trouble the minute it left her hands. Kristi Fox ends this first day of softball here at the Women's College World Series, and she ends it with a bang. The Arizona Wildcats, they continue in the winner's bracket. They will take on the Tennessee Lady Vols tomorrow.
Should be a classic showdown of #1 Arizona against #5 Tennessee. Look for Monica Abbott to have another great day in the circle.
Sure hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Taryne Mowatt, a beleaguered Taryne Mowatt. She pitches the entire game, over 150 pitches, but she picks up the win, and the top-seeded Wildcats continue in the winner's bracket. Join us tomorrow at 7 Eastern Time for more coverage of the Women's College World Series. Coming up next at SportsCenter, for my partner Michelle Smith and Holly Rowe, I'm Eric Collins saying so long. Now let's send you to SportsCenter.